Let's jump right into it, and I'll start trying to walk you through what you need to do and what you need to understand before you ever purchase an airplane. And the number one thing that I tell people to always remember is you are going to want to sell this airplane. Eventually, you're going to want to trade it away or sell it to someone. And an airplane is a commodity, so the better job you did buying it, the better off you're going to be when you get ready to sell it. If you paid too much money for it and then you had to do a lot of repairs, you're probably not going to get your money back. Not that an airplane is a great investment anyway. But they can hold your money together in terms of value, irregardless of the operating cost. So always remember that you're going to want to sell the airplane. All right, the second thing is, this is very important. Are you listening? Acquisition is not your problem. Operating is your problem. Ever how much money the airplane cost, it doesn't matter. You've got to be able to fit that in your budget and not worry about it, because then the operation costs coming. You've got hangar insurance. You've got hangar rent. You've got insurance. You've got an annual coming up. You've got fuel to put in it. You've got oil changes, services, problems that happen to it, airworthiness directives, service letters that come out on these things, and you have to have the ability to pay for that to keep the airplane up and keep it safe and keep it operating. So that's what I mean by acquisition's not your problem. I mean, making the airplane payment is only half the equation. The real problem is operating this thing, and you really have to keep that in mind when you're purchasing your very first airplane or any airplane. Guys, buy close to home if you can. Look, you can spend a fortune, and I've seen people do it over the years a lot. They come from real far off to look at a $25,000, $30,000 airplane, and they end up looking at 5 or 6 airplanes and end up spending, 1/5 or a quarter of the cost of the airplane just looking at airplanes. It's very expensive to go around looking at airplanes, and it's much more difficult to get all the problems ferreted out of the airplane before you buy it from a long distance. So it's your first one. Look, go to the airport, look around, look at the boards, look on Barnstormers, trade a plane. Try to find something within an hour flight in a friend's airplane, or an hour and a half, 2 hours drive, where you can easily go look at the airplane and determine whether it's something that you want. Well, that wraps up our very first edition of FatTireCowboys.tv. Hey, we want to thank you guys for coming onto our website, FatTireCowboys.com, and buying all of our merchandise. Oh my goodness, we have been so overwhelmed by the support that aviation has given us. But, and that's what our community is about. Just the people that are in it are incredible, and we just want to say thank you. Hey, show back up here next week, and we'll delve deeper into this whole thing about how to buy your very first airplane.